No, it's not even his scapegoat. I'm talking about being the scapegoat. I think honestly, Sancho is not the scapegoat of mine. If I'm being honest,
No,
Maguire
he
is
said
Maguire.
that. I'm just
Yeah, he
quoting what he
said that.
said. He
Yeah, yeah,
said
yeah,
that he
yeah.
has
But that
been the
is just him
scapegoat.
adding extra spice. I won't
What
really say
scapegoat? What
he's the
scapegoat
scapegoat.
does he mean?
But
What
but
Yeah.
scapegoat?
but one thing I was going to mention is it could be true. But what has changed from the third game, week game three? Well, yep.
We're here once again. Welcome to Bulletin, my guy Tayo and Promise. It's good to have you guys back after the weekend
Yeah.
showdown.
Good to have you
I know
back
you
too.
guys are still celebrating from the weekend. How did you enjoy your victory and your bant over me this weekend?
Well,
Tayo, let's hear from you.
Yeah, it was a good weekend overall. Like the 3 points was good, the game was good, the adrenaline rush. I'm all cool now. So the most important thing is we had that 3 points right before the international break, so we can reset when we get back against Everton. So good week so far, good games. The pace setters already on the move. 12 points, 10 points. So like I see Man U where they are. I love where they are, Man U, yes, and Chelsea. So let's keep
So
it going like
Promise.
that.
Okay. So Promise, now the tension is over, the bant is over. What do you think that Arsenal can do better going forward when
yeah.
it comes
First
to
of
their
all, the
terms of
tension
play?
is not even over, to be honest, because just that Mayu win kind of show you how like crazy the league is. Like you can't even take
Yeah.
a break. Like the 2 weeks break is like okay, let's just relax. I'm really looking forward to the other big games that I'm hoping we don't drop points in. But anyways, I think going forward, I think this game, like being on a balance of things. I know Arsenal had maybe the better chances, but it was still somehow not really that good performance. So I'm hoping that the Everton game will revert back to the way we've been playing last season. And I think with the back four with Zinni and Gabriel, we should be fine. I'm just worried about Harvard starting. That means Rice will be playing a lone six by himself. So if it's just maybe it's Trossard or maybe Vieira, at least someone that can track back a bit. But the problem is, aside Trossard, I don't think I can trust Vieira, to be honest, to start the game ahead of Havas, even if Havas is playing. Those players that are impact sub, not necessarily guys that will start and do well. Like, but again, I don't know. I'd rather Trossard, to be honest, starts against Everton. Just that Everton are big guys, so might need Havas. Maybe that's just going to be his work. Help us win duels and
I
things like
see
that.
Tayo shaking his head. Tayo never agrees to anything
No, no,
I've started.
no. I'm not comfortable with that game. I know we still have like a week, so we'll discuss that game later.
Visitor, okay. Let's move from that to the post-match press conference. There's the things going on in Shami about um, media asked the coach of Manchester United, Erik Ten Hag, about his players, some of the players, and he mentioned Sancho was not fit enough or perform well in training and was not eligible for selection for that game. And we saw that Sancho replied to that comment on the internet. I don't know. Yeah, I see here that the comment is still there. Tyler, what do you think about
I think Eric Ten Hag is the boss.
that?
He's the coach of the team. He knows best. And we can see over the past 2 years now, 2 years plus, Sancho has been in Man U. There's been up and downs with him, different coaches, different techniques, trying to find the
Yeah,
possible best to make sure he succeeds, right? Like even
yeah,
last season, Eric Ten Hag came out and said he had a timetable for him of ways to make sure everything is going on well with him. So
yeah.
I guess because after the game, right, the loss was still boiling Eric Ten Hag, and he replied that way. But I don't think it
Mm,
was like tackling Sancho, right? It was just stating the
mm,
facts of what's currently happening. But for Sancho to he reply immediately within few seconds, no, that's not it's not the best, because most times people going against their coach is not always it doesn't always end well, right? It doesn't end well because for me the coach knows what he's doing, and Eric Ten
mm,
Hag has been on the right path. He has had to deal with Ronaldo, deal with other players. For you
yeah.
now to now come to give him more of this headache now, this is going to be something for the next game week. That's going to be the question on the table. I don't see any
Mm.
reason. Is he trying to dare the coach? And like you said, he's still pinged that post is still on his page. What is he trying to claim? And I like what Craig Bowley said on ESPN. He said,
Mm.
it's either you ride or die with your coach.
Yeah.
If you don't follow what your coach is saying, then you're out of the door. You are out
Yeah.
of the door. And
Okay,
for
promise.
now, Erik Ten Hag is trying to build something great, right? So if
Yes,
you're not in that line, then you're out of the team.
you're
Like
out of the
Arsenal, we
team.
sacrifice
Yeah.
Aubameyang, we sacrifice Ozil. You just
Okay.
have there's no time to carry any passengers in this situation. Man City are
Okay.
playing way ahead for you to be wasting time on somebody that is not serious in this game. So I think Sancho has to get his act together and go and
Yeah.
meet the boss and apologize. That's what I would do because
Okay. Promise.
just
I
one
see
season.
you shaking your head. Are you trying to not agree with Tayo or what?
No, no, I somewhat agree with Tayo, but the problem is I think we're just putting one side of the story. Like we're just highlighting one side of the story as Eric, the coach, saying he could be right, clearly so. But the thing is, I was just imagining because I was going back to look at Sancho's track record this season. I think he has played
Mm.
the first three games for Man U some like a sub appearance, right?
Okay.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, so he has played. He has been in. At least he's been in the team. Let's even say he didn't
Mm.
start. My question is because Sancho made a statement and said, this is for another reason why he has not started, but he wouldn't go public on that. So
It's
that
been the
remains a very
scapegoat.
big, yeah,
It's been the scapegoat.
yeah. No, it's not even his scapegoat. I'm talking about being the scapegoat. I think honestly, Sancho is not the scapegoat of mine. If I'm being honest,
No,
Maguire
he
is
said he
Maguire.
said that. I'm just
Yeah, he
quoting what he
said that.
said. He
Yeah, yeah,
said
yeah,
that
yeah.
he has
But
been
that
the
is just him
scapegoat.
adding extra spice. I wouldn't
What
really
scapegoat?
say
What
he's a
scapegoat
scapegoat.
does it mean?
But
What
but
Yeah.
scapegoat?
but one thing I was going to mention is it could be true, but what has changed from the third game, week game three, the third game that Man U played Nottingham Forest, and it's just 1 week between that game and Arsenal game,
Okay.
and the coach
Okay.
coming
Let
to
me.
say that he didn't train. It's possible he didn't train for real, right? But I think
Mm.
the bad taste from Man U's point of view will be them coming out now using other like maybe other what media's platform like Twitter. Some of the guys from Man U, what they call it now, PR moves, saying
Mm.
Sancho's teammates are tired of him. For me, that is just going low. Like we know that this is just the way of the club to kind of say we've tried all we can with you and you're not changing. And I think I read somewhere, I could be wrong, but I read somewhere already said Sancho's mental health, um, what they call it, details were not supposed to even be put out by Man U as a club. They were not giving like what they call it, the go ahead to put that as a statement that Sancho is being treated 3 months, whatever, in Netherlands or taking extra classes or whatever it is. That was supposed to be
Man, you didn't put that. Man, you didn't put that out. But continue.
that
Continue.
was supposed
Man,
to
you didn't put that
be
out.
something that stays with him, Sancho himself. But I think there's more than just the training, if I'm being honest. I think it's something that I don't know who advised Sancho, like who advised Sancho to put obviously his team, but I think it's something that maybe Sancho would have waited for a different time, maybe not immediately after the coach said it. Maybe giving him time and see how the coach treats him going forward. Especially now, seeing that Anthony news and rumors is out. We don't know whether Manu will start Anthony in the next game and who is going to be next. You know what I mean? If he's going to be in the team, maybe not starting or something.
Okay, the ball has been dropped now. Sancho has
Mm.
posted that message. What do you think should be his next line of action? Because obviously, does he want to leave the
For
club?
Sancho or
Yeah,
for the
for
coach?
Sancho, because
I
he can't take back that message, right?
I think Sancho is pretty much done. Let's face it, because we had rumors of some Saudi teams coming to like they might bid for him on loan to go on loan to the Saudi. So I think he's done. I don't think because for me, I think after looking at after the whole game, vibes, everybody settled down. I just see like Ten Hag coming out to say it's more like how because why I'm kind of confused. I'm in between is you cannot go from giving Sancho time off, almost 3 months off, let him go do his training, get back, put a hand over his shoulder, I think he even scored the first game he came back or second game, but he was doing very well for like maybe first 4 games.
I don't agree with doing very well. But continue.
Yeah, he
I'll
was
get
doing
back to
okay. He
that.
was doing better than
I
he
don't agree
before
with
he
doing
left.
very well. Okay.
Anyways, he was doing better than before. I remember the vibes from Man U fans that time, man. We got like it felt like a new signing. Like he played better than when before he left. But my point
Sancho,
is,
yeah, Sancho is more like Pepe. They're
no,
just
no,
flashes.
I don't
The
think it's more
flashes
like
are
Pepe.
there.
No,
You
it's
understand?
unfair. Sancho have had
No.
good solid seasons in Dortmund. So I won't compare Pepe. Pepe is different, right?
Pepe too had solid
Pepe
season
was a
before he
player.
came
Pepe
to
had just
Arsenal.
one, and
Yeah,
even
but
that one season.
Pepe had a
But you
fantastic
see,
season with Lille. That's why we
Yeah,
yeah,
but
started
it's
before he
talking
just
came to
about.
one.
Arsenal.
Come on, it's not even the same. You can't compare to Sancho. Sancho had even done it with England at
So
that point.
so there's one thing I would like to say before now let's look at it. You said that when it
As you can see, his line, his network has gone off. That's These are the issues. Yeah, while Smota is trying to join, let me see if he can. He may have to rejoin back or something. I think he will join back. But honestly, but I think right before Samantha joins us back, I think the biggest challenge for me would be what they call it, like repeated calling out of certain players, but not calling out of other players. You know what I mean? Because you cannot tell me in a world where Anthony is still starting games when, like, if you think about it,
But they didn't call. They didn't ask him about Anthony. They asked him Sancho specifically. It's like they said, "Okay, tell me about Promise," and I'm not talking about Mota. No,
but he didn't even need to. My point, like, he didn't
it's
even need
just
to
it's, it's
say
just
what he
a
said.
it's just the tension post
Mm,
game. They just lost a bruising game, right?
mhm.
So
okay,
he,
sorry,
he just had to come off. So, welcome back.
sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. Please go
Okay,
ahead.
like I was saying, sorry for the breaking transmission. So Sancho ETH came to Manchester United. After he came to Manchester United, he gave everybody equal chances, and after a while, Sancho wasn't meeting fitness training, wasn't playing very well. The coach decided to take you to give you some months out to go and sort yourself out, recommended fitness training for you and everything. You came back. Yes, you have flashes here and there, but you have not put in three consistent performance. You get for all the love that you've been shown. After the season ended, I expect you to go and do some work on yourself. Even Rashford, the fittest player in Manchester United, Bruno, you could see them running and everything. But all Sancho social media was everywhere dancing, was everywhere partying and all. That's his private life. That's fine. When you come to work, you put in the work. Yes, you made mention that started the first three games. There was no competition up front. So it was always going to be picked. Now there's competition in Man U. When your coach, and the coach did actually call him out. The coach just said that he didn't train this week. He didn't train well enough this week. Sorry, he didn't train well
That's
enough
it.
this week.
But
Yeah,
that
he
is
didn't train
calling
well
out
enough
now.
this
Come
week
on,
to be
let's
That's
be
not calling
no,
honest.
out.
no, that's
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 not calling out.
we're babying these players too much. You're collecting 350,000 pounds per week. Your coach cannot tell you that you didn't train well enough this week for you not to reply because you have the platform to do so. Let me tell you something. Ryan Giggs said something today that the least as a Manchester United player that even training, Evra has said it, that training is harder than the match games. That in training they put in their all so that they'll be able to make the team selection.
But
So if
I'm
your
not
coach,
comparing
so
though. I'm not comparing. But
so
you know for
yeah,
fact that there are players that train well, right? And then come to the what do you call it? The
okay,
match
does
game week.
Sancho do that?
No, no, no.
It doesn't
I
train
was
well. It
going
doesn't come
to
to the match game week.
dispute
It
the
doesn't play well.
argument of training well and being able to play. You know what I mean? There's some players that you know for sure in training, they're just those wonder kid, exceptional, or maybe lazy in training, but on the game they show. I'm just trying to say
That's yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there are
That's
better
what I'm
ways
saying.
that the
No.
coach could
Listen,
have said it.
that's what I'm saying. You played with this boy for a year plus. So if you know that okay, maybe the coach might feel that okay, if you don't train well, you play well, but he has not showed anything. If you don't train well, you play well. Okay, let's see. Maybe you are a hazard. Jonathan, like after the Chelsea, where rumors had it that he didn't used to train well, but on match day,
I was gonna mention something though. Okay, fine, I agree. Sancho did not train well. Let's just believe the coach for a moment. But do you actually believe Martial is training better than Sancho? Because you watch the game against Arsenal, right? Don't you think? I know Sancho could be the lazy player. Don't you think Sancho, even 20% of Sancho, would have done better than what Martial put out there?
now both of them were in the team last season. Last season, were they not?
Yeah,
Both of
Correct.
them
Yeah.
fought for positions, were they not? Marshall was injured almost all through.
all true,
Even
pretty
though
much.
Marshall, yeah, even almost all through, but even though Marshall is not the player that he's supposed to be, sometimes you see him trying. You get, but Sancho has this attitude of, man, I don't care.
Maybe it could just be his body
And
language with the
Marshall,
game.
see, Marshall didn't start the first two. Marshall has been fit since the preseason. Oh. Do you know that Marshall didn't start the first two matches? And Martial didn't go on social media to write that he has been the
Because
scapegoat.
the manager didn't
Neither
come down
the
and say he didn't train well now.
neither but the manager has called Maguire out several times that he has to fight for his position. What does fight for your position mean? The manager has stripped Maguire of the captain armband. What does that mean? Why has Maguire not gone on the internet to say that he's been the scapegoat of Manchester United?
Maybe he doesn't know his
But what
worth
does
like
Maguire,
Sancho does.
as much as Maguire is the most hated player in Manchester United,
Yeah.
the guy still rolls up his socks and trains every day.
No complaints.
No complaints. But you, Sancho, you'll be giving preferential treatment. You collect £350 a week. You still want to be baby. And let me tell you, this is another psychology. The coach will feel like, okay, I've pampered you. It's not working. I'm not getting the best out of you. If I use this method, let's see if it will bring the best out of you. But because
Maybe.
the boy doesn't think,
Yeah,
immediately
maybe.
he went and replied because everybody and because there's no structure in Man U. That will bring us to the ownership now presently. The ownership in Manchester United is just causing. In fact, I don't know. What do you think about the Glazers and
No, I'm happy if
what, what
the Glazers refuse to sell. I think it's
because you're
their
an Arsenal fan?
not that.
Yes.
Yeah,
If I'm looking at
Me,
from a
I'm happy as
business,
well.
if
I
I'm looking
want
at
to
from a
because
see
you're an
them this
business,
Arsenal
season.
fan.
no. Being a human being first is
Mm.
business, right? I
Yeah.
won't. You want to lose your business because of some crybaby fans saying, sell your product, sell
Even
your
even
own
if they are going
business.
to make more money, they're going to make times seven of
They
what they
might not
got
make more
of
money
what
in
they
the
got the
long
club.
run. They might make
In
more
two
money
They
years'
will.
staying.
time, Man U's value is going to skyrocket anyway. So
Exactly. They might make money.
why are the Glazers going to sell Man U? That's
Exactly.
their
What's the
baby.
point?
They can't.
Because
It's
see,
not
Morta,
Why do
from
you think
now
it's going to
going forward,
skyrocket?
whether the
Our shares
shares,
just dropped.
even
Our
if
shares
it
just
it will
dropped now.
drops,
go up, it will still
even
come
if
up.
it
Go down, it
drops,
will
you
still
know it's
come
gonna
up.
pick up later. It's Man U.
Exactly.
So
It's Man
You guys,
United.
you guys are Arsenal fans, so you're saying everything that's working out,
but
that
but
are
the
not working
but
out
the
at all.
most
I love Man U this way. I love the turmoil going on
I
this
the
way.
know,
most
I love
I
important
it.
know.
though, aside the Glazers, let's face it, right? You have to remember that there was a point Arsenal owners were almost twinning with the Glazers in sense of treatment of the club. But I think what needs to change is the structure of the club, not the owners, because the owners can leave for all they care, right?
How do you change? How do you change the structure
Let me let
without
me
starting from
let
the
me
head?
explain. I know Man U fans keep
Okay,
saying the owners
explain.
don't put money in. That could be a problem. I guarantee. But you have to think
Okay.
about the people that make decision. The first question I want to ask: who make the call to sign Evans on a short-term deal? That's the first. Just think about it. Forget about the Maguire, Fred, McTominay like calls. But this particular call, because this is the incoming deal, not something that's trying to sell. Like who made that call?
So,
It's not.
so
I
let
won't
me
say it's
so
the coach, right?
let me tell
So
you, no, let me tell you something. Now, there's what you call damage control. Now, I come to meet you. You're my boss. I come to meet you. I tell you that I need 9 players this transfer windows.
mhm.
I need 2 defenders. Even if Maguire is not going, I need another defender to replace him to be able to take his place because Bailey has gone and Varane is always injured. And you
Yeah.
tell me that this is the budget you have for me, and I have other positions that I have to fix first. And fortunately for us, Evans came in at that point in time. Do you get? Evans is not going to collect a huge salary.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So they are trying to cut expenses because they don't want to spend. They're not putting in money, they're taking away money. Do you understand? So all they will do is like, okay, you have Johnny Evans there. Sign him. He's not going to collect sign-off fee. Neither is his wages going to be up to 70
Yeah,
or
but
even
but
60
as
at
as
all.
Senator, come on. Like
Mm,
I'd rather I take some. See, I'd rather not sign Evans and promote someone
mm.
from the youth system. Are you telling me they're not better prospects, center backs in my academy than
That's why I'm telling you
Evans?
that. That's why I'm telling you that the structure starts from the top.
So okay, remember the
Now
guy
let me tell you
from
something. Let me tell you
the
something.
guy from Tottenham, sorry, that he signed on loan,
Mm,
the left back.
yeah,
I
regular,
think there was
regular.
someone that Man U had from the academy. Is it Alvarez or something?
Fernandez.
Is it
Yeah,
Fernandez? Yeah.
Fernandez.
There's
Mm,
someone there like Man U fans have been raving about. I don't know him too. I don't know how good he
mm,
is. We know
mm.
that regular might not even play because there's Dalo that can play the left back, right? But this
Okay,
is
what
time
if
to
Dalo get injured?
wait.
Yeah,
That's
but
I'm coming.
you
But
don't
that's
want to
I'm
be rushing
coming.
these players.
Sure, no. Sure, look,
Yeah,
sure. Injury is not even 6 months. I think it's 6 weeks out, right?
it's till December.
Yeah, it's December.
More
Okay,
than six
okay,
weeks.
December.
okay. I see why he's.
A
I
lot.
see, and then
Long term
Shaw
injury.
coming back might not even be guaranteed that he's going to even not go injury again. Okay, it makes sense. I
Long
was going
term
to
injury.
question that, but back
Mm,
to Evans though. Let's be honest. My point is, as much as you want to um, make this looks like, oh, it was a decent option. It's very imagine 2023, Maguire and Evans is starting for Man U. These are fifth and sixth
That's
choice.
that's where you know that that's where you know that exactly fifth and sixth. That's
That's
where
a
you know that
title
from the
challenger. That's a
that's
title
where
No,
you
no,
know
no,
challenger
that
no.
for,
that's where
They
you
were
know
never
for
that
the
started for
best center
contention.
back.
They were never in
That's
the
that's where
why
you know
title
that
they
from
were.
the
conversation.
that's where you know that from the structure everything is wrong. You get everything is wrong with Man U. Now I heard that I was hearing reports today that Amrabat actually got injured yesterday for Morocco. I hope that it is just precaution.
It's not precaution.
It is because I know that you're praying for me
No, I'm not praying.
not to
I
do
won't
well.
pray bad for
You're
my own
praying.
fellow brother. It's not precaution.
You're, you're
Wouldn't you want him
praying.
to rest after an injury? Do you want the second back again to the match?
You're praying.
But I
Huh?
think something I heard on that tone was he was already injured before he even did the medical for Man U.
No.
And
That's rumor.
Man U thought it was what they
That's
call it. It
rumor.
was a slight minor injury. So they like kind of gave it a pass for the medicals.
That's rumor. That's rumor.
Because
Let's talk about.
if Amrabat doesn't come back on time for Man U,
Mm, don't worry, Man U gets. Let's touch other places. So, who do we say is going to be the flop of the season, and who is going to be the impact signing of the season? Let's quickly touch on that before we end the show for today. Who do you think is the flop? Is going to be the flop of the season, and who is going to be the impact signing of the season, starting from this game week that we're entering after the international breaks? Tayo.
I don't want to. How do I put it? I don't want to put somebody on the spot with the flop because it's just 4 games in, so that they won't put me on hold at the end of the season. That you said that, but for the signing of the season, I look at that Rasmus Højlund from Man U.
Mm.
I feel that boy is gonna come good.
I think
I
this
hope
You
not.
sabi ball.
this
You
guy
I
sabi
hope
ball.
is a
not.
foolish someone.
I feel the boy has the attributes.
Yes.
But we don't want to judge with first game, right? He's a new signing, so I feel he's gonna pop for Man U this season.
Thank you,
But
my brother. Thank you,
for the
my
flop,
brother.
please just just keep. I don't want to call my Harvard, so let me just.
We know in our mind, we'll just keep it. Promise, who do you think the flop and the sign of season is going to be?
Funny enough, I have two strange answers. For the flop of the season
Okay.
going to be Moses Caicedo.
Mm.
Hmm.
The reason why I say that
Hmm, that's
the
a big
price,
statement.
yeah, it's not even a BC. He has already proved it the games he has played so far.
It won't show for
Hmm.
DMs.
No,
For
it's to
DM,
show because he has
flop
caused
for
them
us.
2 goals. It's not like it will show, it has shown already.
Mm.
The penalty and the goal he gave away against Nottingham Forest that allowed Elanga
But but
score.
anybody but anybody can do
You
that.
cannot say, remember Chelsea fans' hope,
Hmm.
right, was on the back of
Hmm.
signing Moses Caicedo. That was for them, that was their midfield being complete with Lavia. Of course, Lavia is not injured. I don't
But
know.
they must be dreaming now. They are
No,
dreaming if
no.
they
Come
think
on.
that's
You can
that's
still
their
remember
foundation.
dreaming, but I also would have had what is it called it? Moses Caicedo in my team. I liked him, right?
Hmm.
Everybody would
Hmm.
have loved him in their team. But imagine Chelsea
Hmm.
signing, having Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo, and then Lavia. That was the cream de la
Mm.
cream of
But those
midfielders.
are those
But
are
the
three
problem
three deep
is,
line midfielders. You and I
yeah,
know
but
that.
you
Hmm.
say
Those
this
ones
now.
they can't give me any assist.
No,
They
no, no.
can't give
It's
me
not.
assist.
It's never about
Those three
assist.
alone, those three alone. Madison is way much
Wait, I'm
much
coming.
much
I'm coming.
better.
It's not just about assists, right? It's just
Hmm.
the how if you watch Amrabat play, keep things simple, ticking. Let Enzo do the flashy passes. But what's Moses Caicedo is already from Brighton. Is known to be rash, like takes card, those ruthless
I don't agree with that. I
whatever.
don't
You
agree with
don't
that,
agree,
but
fine, no
yeah.
problem. But
But
he has shown
hmm.
already that for me personally, the price tag
Hmm.
alone will make him the,
Hmm.
the flop of the season. But let me come to my most impact of the season.
Oh,
And
Hmm.
I know it's been 4 games, but people will be
Hmm.
surprised. Havertz will be the
Hmm.
impact of the season.
no,
Impact.
no.
Okay, I understand the impact. The impact is going to get
No,
Ateta
I'm
sacked
serious
because
because hold on.
that's the impact.
Let me tell you why. Let me
About
tell
is
you
going to
why.
get Ateta
Let
sacked.
me
Do you know
no.
that?
Wow.
Do you know that saying this Bonner boy saying that you go explain tire no
I'm not even
evidence.
explaining. This is not explaining.
Ateta has already started explaining that Abbas is like a new
Tayo,
wife. You
right?
have to do this. You have
Tayo,
to do
Yeah.
this.
do you see how fans now are raving about Declan Rice because of this? He has done okay in quotes in the
No,
past
no,
three
no.
games. I'm
Eh?
coming. I'm coming. Let me. You know how DMs you can't really quantify how they
Declan
perform
Rice,
well. People
it's so
always
obvious. It's
no
so
no,
obvious to see
but that is
the
you
impact
because
of
you
Declan
that
Rice.
is you because you're an Arsenal fan. You're biased about his
No, I'm
performance.
not. I'm not.
Anybody
Even
that
No,
Mota knows here. Mota is seeing the game.
he will
The
be.
first 4 games, you can see
Why
what
won't he
has
know?
like
We just
what
flog them
Declan
three
Rice is
one. It's
doing.
okay for him to know. But what I'm saying is, you know how you're kind of complimenting Madison, right? Spurs, let's be honest, they've been starved of good football. Anybody that can play three passes together in a triangle, Spurs fans are happy. This game Spurs is playing, Brighton has played it, Aston Villa is playing it, Newcastle is playing it. Nobody's even rave about it because it's nothing new. Those teams are looking for the next level. But for Spurs, just playing that game and Madison being the impact of the game, Madison looked like a god sent to them. But there's nothing special. There's actually nothing
I
special.
So do you feel they'll finish?
um
They'll finish ahead of us, right? Tottenham will finish ahead of
No,
us.
they won't even finish with top six. That is guaranteed. Just register that here. Tottenham only have to get one injury at the back. You know how we're laughing at Man U for their injuries? If Tottenham have half of what Man U, even 3/4 of what Man U has now, they're done. They don't have a team. Like their first 11 is even squishy. If you just take out Madison or Besuma or just one of the defenders, that's it. But Man U surviving and still get 6 points on top of their injuries. Man U Tottenham in the same position. And forget top six.
we're not on the same level now. You cannot be saying Man U. You can be saying Man U and you can be saying Arsenal and Tottenham. Not Man. You guys don't. Both of you don't have Champions League. So why are you
You're
calling Man
the
U?
problem that you're even a
Wow.
problem. You have a
Wow.
problem yourself now. You're
Wow.
12th. I be 11th.
I
You
say,
should
I
be,
say,
you
I
should be
say, I say,
ashamed.
I say, a hungry man is still doing shakara. That's what
Allow
football is
him.
like. They are
Why
still
is even
proud.
starting to see if they can come up? But I think they would stay there
No,
with
no, no,
just.
no. That's why I say I like where they are. You didn't see where they are not humble.
But
You see, he's
on
not
the
humble.
serious note, I think for me, I know Harvard is a joke. My surprise of the season will be Declan Rice. He will live up to the expectation.
You change your mind again.
Odumo.
You say it's not about
No, I
again.
say Harvard is a joke. I'm just making a joke about that one. But the flop of the season will be Moses Casedo. I stand by that.
Okay,
Okay. I don't agree to Music being the flop of the season. Yes, he has made two mistakes, which every DM will make. It's just because
exactly.
of his price tag. That's why people are
Which is not his
so
fault.
focused on him,
Yeah,
which is not his
but
fault.
you cannot say it's not
But
his fault
it's
when
still play.
it's stuck to his name.
It's not his fault. He didn't price himself to
Yeah,
do
but
well.
that's what they bought him.
It, it's still
115 million pounds.
it's
Because
still it's
the
still
price tag would see, there's a reason why we're not calling other players. Let's be honest. There's a reason why you're not calling Origi in Nottingham Forest or flop of the season. Because even if he flops, me and you probably not even notice or we will expect it because he's not that player, right? There's a reason why we're calling the big players like Havertz. If Havertz was 10 million on loan, Tayo will not care. I will not care because one of those guys who like see Trossard. Arsenal fans cannot even cry that much because they bought him for something million. It's like one of those players that he's good, but we don't care really if he plays or not. That is how we're going to treat Moses Caicedo because 115 is the record signing for EPL. There's no way if Casemiro has a bad game, he dare not have a bad game like Casemiro. That's the problem.
okay. No problems. We're done with today's episodes of Ball 18. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Subscribe,
share our
yeah.
videos. Yes, yes.
Share with your family
Subsequent
and
episode.
friends.
Yeah, subsequent episode will be inviting other people because people have been telling us they want to join and come on the show. So we'll be inviting other people to join and air their views on everything happening in the EPL. Thank you. Don't
Thanks.
forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Thank you guys.